got a chance to see The Penguin, Season 1, Episode 3, Bliss. Let's talk about it right now. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for spending time with me as we rant about movies, comic books, and television shows, as well as the occasional board game. I am your host, Frank Zanca. I'm an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer, as well as a filmmaker. And talking about comics, we just got these in. Of course, my printer is in Orlando, Florida. So for anybody who's in Florida right now, my heart goes out to you. I called all my friends out there. I have 2 houses there myself. Checked on my tenants. I will check on them again tomorrow. And yeah, everybody's okay right now. I guess it's going to really hit tomorrow in the morning, in the early morning. And yeah, just a whole lot of rain right now. Believe me, I lived in Florida for 10 years, 11 years. And I went through a bunch of hurricanes, so I know exactly what's going on right now. And I just hope everybody's okay. So anyway, my order for this has not gone in yet, but if you would like a copy of Lords of L.A., it's my vampire mob set in 1950s Hollywood. I do have issue 1 and issue 2. This one is 50 pages long, and there is plenty of blood, sex, gore, monsters, everything in here. The artwork's actually pretty good, so if you'd like a copy, then let me know. Just put a comment in the comment section. Also, me and Mark Spears, who does a lot of cover art for Marvel and DC Comics. He just did a Spawn cover. He did a Green Lantern cover. And we just launched Mythlords Classic Monsters card game just in time for Halloween. It is up on Kickstarter right now. And if you'd like to get involved with it, the link is in the description below. So we have plenty of stuff going on with this, and the artwork here is amazing. The card game is fun, and you can play 1 to 5 players, and it does come with little miniatures that you can print out and stuff like that. So just in time for Halloween. Lots of fun. All right, so if you'd like to jump in on that, it's just mythlords.net, or there's also a link in the description below. All right, so let's jump into Penguin Episode 3. I'm enjoying this. This is The Sopranos meets Batman. Just there's no Batman in it. So the Penguin does play Tony Soprano. I mean, that's pretty much what we're getting here. And I don't mind that. We haven't seen a good, mobster show in quite a while. So it's not like we have, it's a reinstitution of, The Godfather or the Sopranos. But it has its own little twist on it and things to that effect. I wish that, he would look up and see the bat signal or something like that. So at least we keep it kind of in the Batman world. But we're not getting any of that right now. Right now it's really about Victor, Oz, and Sofia. That's all the pieces going right now and how they're intertwining. So with this one, we have Sofia, who has her own little drug business going on. They created a brand new type of drug called Bliss. And I don't think she called it Bliss. I think that Oz called it Bliss when he was pitching it to the triads, the Asian triads. I don't know if it's Chinese, Japanese, I'm not sure. But anyway, he wants a sit down with them to do distribution, because all the other distribution is really going through the main members of the family, and they kind of don't want the rest of the family to know what Sofia is doing. And Kristen Milioti does a really good job, and so does Colin Farrell. So the acting is just phenomenal. Even the guy who plays Victor is doing a very good job. And I would say this is really Victor's episode. We start out, and I was kind of confused in the beginning, because we start out with them going to be seeing fireworks on the top of on a rooftop, and then suddenly there's a whole bunch of explosions, and then I realized that this is actually his point of view of what the Riddler did during the Batman movie. And I'm like, oh, now I get it. It's kind of like what happened with with Kate Bishop, where we saw Hawkeye during the Avengers movie. It was kind of that same type of thing. So we get to see, his family get taken out. He becomes basically an orphan, which is how he ends up on the streets. So I think that's all a really good origin story for him. And then we switch back to him, being with Oz and expecting Sofia over. And I thought that was kind of interesting. Whereas Sofia's just coming to the apartment and hanging out. But so she comes and she questions Victor a little bit. And then she and Oz leave to go to the meeting or whatever. And he invites over Graciela, which I think her name is. That's his ex-girlfriend, who announces that she's leaving Gotham and she is going to California. That's an odd move across the country with no money to the most expensive place. And, I guess in comparison to Gotham, I guess it really wouldn't be, it would be along the same lines, but I figured they would go to someplace cheaper. But she offers him to come with her, and he says, I don't know, I'm kind of trapped here, etc. And then when he announces that to Oz, Oz gets very defensive. He's insulted by the fact that the kid feels like he's a prisoner, even though he just held him at gunpoint in the episode before. But for some reason, he feels defensive. And he's like, no, you're not a prisoner. However, you have to want more. That's what it's not, he compares it to his father. He says his father would be ashamed of him being a criminal. And he's like, no, why would it be ashamed of you when you're wanting a better life? And I can see his point of view. Of course, I see both their points of view. Yeah, you have a better financial life as a criminal, but I don't know about a better life. Looking over your shoulder all the time. So the thing progresses to the point where he actually lets him go, and he is sitting at the bus stop about, thinking whether he's going to go onto the bus with Graciela or is he going to go back to Oz. No pun intended. So so meanwhile, Sofia and Oz finish making their deal because they backstab one of the other members of the family, and as they're getting out, the other crime family, led by the guy that's in jail, they basically hold Sofia and him at gunpoint, and they're about to kill him when Victor sees it, drives up, and drives into one of the assassins, killing him. And this is the part that shocked me, because he really could have ingratiated himself with Sofia by saving her. Instead, he says, leave her. And that's how it ends. So, I don't know. I don't know. I know that was a wise move, being so selfish. And I would think he'd be smarter than that, but I assume that he was reacting on an emotional level. He's like, fuck it. I ain't going back there. So he's not the bravest guy. He is at certain times, he's brave. Other times, he's just not. So he's got that fight or flight thing going on. But again, it was good for them to flesh out Victor a little bit by this point, because you kind of wonder how he got where he is. Yeah, I'm interested to see where this whole plot is going to go. If he and Sofia by the end are going to be running the place, or if he's going to ditch her completely, or if she's even going to trust him. The little interaction between those two is so awesome. Having that conversation where he's like, yeah, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry about what happened to you, but I'm not sorry about what I got out of it with his betrayal of her, which of course, was off screen. We never saw it. That's what sent her to Arkham. So anyway, that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys enjoying Penguin? And I think it's the best thing that I've seen in a while, especially from DC. So especially when you compare it to the Joker, too. Holy cow. It's amazing that the whole internet is blowing up on that thing. Everybody hates that thing. There's only been a couple of people that have liked it. It's crazy. All right, remember to give me that like, give me that subscribe if you can. Plus, remember, if you can support Myth Lords, that would be amazing. I can use some help at this point. We were about at half, but we had some cancellations. So I'd like to come back at least to half. I do have some marketing stuff coming up tomorrow and through the rest of the week. But play as your favorite classic monster. And it comes with all of the classic monsters like Dracula, Frankenstein, Creature from the Deep, Werewolf, Bride of Frankenstein, the Mummy, everything like that. Again, the artwork is amazing. You fight over different locations. It's just lots of fun. And yeah, if you can help me out, that would be great. Just check out the link below or go to mythlords.net. And then we're going to unlock a 5th player also, which will be the Wicked Witch, because there's also an Oz expansion. So it kind of falls in with Oz on Penguin. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out some of my other videos, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great week. And everybody in Florida, I hope you guys are doing all right. All right. Bye-bye.